On Kling, the expand feature is fantastic. It allows you to extend a shot beyond the original boundaries. And the best part is that you're not locked into a very specific ratio. Let's give it a go. I have this 9:16 portrait image. If we hover on top of the image, we can see the expand option right here below. You can also click to open the image page and find at the very bottom, the bottom right-hand corner, the expand function. I will go and just click on the expand, and this will open a new panel. Once inside the expand function, you can drag the edges to define the new canvas or whatever it is that you want to do. Let's say that I want to expand from the left and from the top. Well, I will go right here, expand it from the left, maybe just do something like this from the right side, and then go to the top and just make it taller. You can even drag the original image to a very specific spot within the new frame to control the composition. So let's say I want to put this subject right here, and everything that we will imagine or create will be at the left and then at the top. Once we click on expand and we run the task, Kling will imagine what is on this image. Always on Kling, try to double check the settings. It doesn't remember the previous settings that you used. For example, I've used the expand many times before. They always use one output, but in this case, it's always defaults to 4 outputs. So I need to go here and say one single output. Then we click expand and we just need to wait. Once we get a result, we can see that this works really great. Also, notice that we have a custom ratio. We don't have a predefined ratio, and you get it right here, aspect ratio, and it says free. This is because we expanded in free mode. If I go back to the original image, we can see that when we move the edges, we are using the free mode, which means no specific ratio. Using the ratio presets at the bottom will lock the canvas to a very specific standard. Even then, if you have enough space, you can still reposition the original image within that very specific frame. Just to give you an example, the original image is at 9:16 type of image, but I can go to 16:9, which is the landscape type of ratio, and I cannot go up and I cannot go down. I can only go to the left or only go to the right. And this is highly useful when you have a landscape type of image that you need to reframe for a mobile-first type of platform, like for example Instagram or TikTok or YouTube Shorts. Just to give you an example, I have this 16:9 type of image. I will go to the expand right here at the bottom, and I want to turn it into a 9:16 so I can use it on social media. I just need to click on 9:16, and now notice that it will go very small, so I can move it down and maybe paint or imagine whatever is at the top, or maybe I can do something like that and then just draw or paint whatever we want right here. I'm gonna go here and just click on the expand, but first I will select one single output and then do the expand. Once we get a response, we can see that it did a pretty good job in painting or imagining whatever is going on at the bottom and at the top. Back to the girl in the woods. If you take a look at the bottom, you can see that you have a prompt. When you leave the prompt empty, Kling will automatically fill the gaps based on the context of the original image. However, you can provide specific instructions to guide the expansion. The instruction can be really complex, or you just can make it simple. In our case, I'm going to go here and say that I want on that image trees and monkeys. And it will be expanding from the left and the right. So we need to see monkeys and trees. One single output and then run the task. Once we get a result, we can really see that we have trees, we get a tree, but we have no monkeys. And this is because when you prompt for something, you need to keep it simple. I'm gonna just get out of here and I will go back to the reference image, then I will go back to the expand, and I want to do the same thing. But now I will paste a much more complex type of instruction. A monkey at the right side, a tree at the left side, and a balloon floating in the sky. Ultra realistic. Even though this can work, my advice is for you to keep it simple and try to prompt in the natural flow of the image. I will go first to the canvas and maybe add more from the left, more from the right, and then I will just go up so we can have something at the top, because remember we have a balloon floating in the sky. And I guess we need to give it a go now. I will go here to one single output and then run the task. Once we get it back, we can really see that it's just doing it, but it's just not that good. We have the trees, we have the monkeys, and the balloon. So even though it's taking our instructions and doing the expand with the instructions, the result it's just not that good. So this is my advice. For the best results, if you want to add or edit something very specific, first expand the image with minimal or no instruction at all, and then use the Inpaint tool on Kling, of course, or you can use Omni 1 to edit the details. This will give you much better results. Right, so that's it. If you liked all of this, please like and subscribe. This channel is supported by viewers only. To support this channel, you can buy me a coffee through PayPal, YouTube Thanks, Patreon, or maybe you can join to one of my courses. All the links are in the description of this video down below.